Good evening.
Hello. Happy Friday,
Happy
everyone.
Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. To God be the glory.
To God be the glory.
Let us know where you're streaming from. Let us know
Yes.
where you are streaming from.
Am I the only one that they love their black hair?
Hmm.
I just want my hair to stay black, and these gray hairs just keep coming in my life.
Hmm.
I keep telling them I don't want you in my life. I
I want
don't need
you.
you.
Da, 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 da.
No, go
Mm.
away.
Well, Charmaine,
In the mighty name of Jesus, I rebuke you.
you need to get some henna. I heard that henna. If you put henna in your hair.
It doesn't make it stop growing
Come on, look at
out,
my chin.
right?
Look at my chin.
But I think that looks sexy.
Well, I told you your hair looks sexy too. So, anyway, my name is Jomo.
I'm Charmaine.
And we come together on Friday nights with real, raw, and relevant conversation pertaining to relationships.
Yes,
I got a hot one tonight.
you have a hot one.
Share it. Here's the question. Why do people get back with their ex?
Boom.
Now, sometimes it's your ex-husband,
Mm-hmm.
ex-wife, sometimes boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right.
But the gist of it, we're going to give you 10 reasons tonight why people get back with their ex
It's
or
not
may
always
get back
a
with their exes.
negative thing.
No, it's not.
Sometimes you made a mistake.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yep. We're gonna talk about. Okay, so number
Number
one,
one.
familiarity to and comfort.
Well, obviously, you already know them. And if you're sexually active, you really know them.
You really know them.
So you kind of have it's not an unknown, it's a known entity.
Right. And it's work to get to know a new person.
Lord have mercy.
If you've known this person for years and you've really gotten to know them, know their habits, know good and bad stuff about them, to get to know someone else is so much work. Sometimes you're like, you know what?
Mm.
I knew this other person.
Mm.
I don't really know you like
The
that.
devil I know, or the devil I don't know. Now,
I
I'm not.
I thought about saying that, but
We're
it's
not.
okay.
We're not calling the person the devil. All I'm saying is
Right.
familiarity or comfort. There's a comfort zone that's already been built. It took years
Right.
to build.
Right.
So therefore, sometimes it's easier to go back to what you know than trying something new.
Exactly. Okay, number two,
Number two.
unresolved feelings.
That's hard though, because when you catch feelings for a person, though you may not be together,
Right.
the feelings are real.
The feelings are real, and you may not have gotten closure when you broke up or separated, and there's some unresolved things there that never went away.
That's real.
All right, number three.
Number three.
Shared history.
Well, the reality is,
Some of my firsts are with him. Some of my firsts are with her.
you spend time together,
Yeah.
you have memories together. Sometimes you have
Right.
kids together,
Right.
and it's kind of hard to erase those things that happen. So you do have shared history, shared
Right.
memories.
Right.
So it's very difficult to engage in a new. Now, of course, I think that some relationships needed to end. Abandonment, addiction,
Right.
adultery, abuse, that might need to end, but they may have
Right.
changed.
All right, next one is hope for change. So you love them so much, but there's an area of their life. It might have been abandonment or addiction or something
Addiction's a
like
big
that.
one. Addiction's a big one.
And
Adultery's a
you
big one.
want them to change so bad because you love them. You love who they are, but you just can't be with them because of
Their issue.
exactly.
And
I would see someone getting back hoping that they have changed. Like some people are like, what do you call it? Serial cheaters. Like you just can't keep your stuff
you can't
to
keep taking
yourself.
you can't keep taking your pants down. How about that? It would all not
To
all
yourself.
not all men are not all. Cause I saw
And
what you said.
it's some women.
Absolutely need to keep the
But-
panties on. You talking about man can't keep the pants? Well, the woman can't keep her pants up either.
Right. Keep your stuff to yourself. But anyway, and you're hoping for that they have changed because you love them, and
I
you
think-
stop loving them.
There can be change if it is evidenced by a changed lifestyle.
Love that. Yeah.
Oftentimes, change doesn't come until there are certain circumstances that precipitate the change.
Okay.
Example, life or death situation,
Traumatic experience.
conversion to Christianity, to faith.
Right. Right.
That will usually get something going. So you have to ask yourself, Was it a health scare?
Right.
Something radical shifted their perspective on how they see life, and you may want to give them a chance.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Next one is loneliness.
I know this one very well. Not saying me personally, but I've known a lot of people when they get lonely, they go back to what they know.
This isn't necessarily a reason to get back with your ex, though.
But oftentimes, I mean, we had a friend say, uh, if I don't find something better in 2 years, I'll be back.
So stupid.
Yeah, and it didn't work
And
out.
guess what?
He don't find something better,
That part.
and so, but it happens.
It happens.
But loneliness may make you make a poor decision too. Now, it
Absolutely.
doesn't mean getting back is a poor decision. It may mean that's the reason, the impetus for you to go back.
Right. Nostalgia.
Give me that old feeling. You know, it's funny. It's kind of like right now, okay? We're in a political season, okay?
Right.
And Biden did horrible last night. About bad, terrible, right?
I didn't even watch it.
Me neither, but I heard.
Uh-huh.
My point to you being is sometimes seeing the current do bad makes you forget how bad the last one was. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I don't want to get political. My point is sometimes you forget how bad it was.
Because you have worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so and with
You were
time,
like, it wasn't that bad.
correct,
Before.
correct. So
But all of it was bad.
all of it was bad, but time gives you a different perspective.
Perspective.
For example,
Yeah.
when you're little, the house you in seem big.
Right.
And then when you
That's
go
so
back,
true.
and when you go back and see that same house, you're like, dang, we were struggling. But what it is, your perspective changes over time.
Right.
So sometimes in relationships, we might have thought it was better than it was because time has passed.
Right.
So the nostalgia of going back to who I dated in high school, or you were my first love, or whatever it is, that may draw you back. But it doesn't mean it was good.
Right.
It was just the best you had at the time.
All right, next one is regret.
This is another one that I think a lot of people do is, and I know this
You
with some
second
friends.
guess your decision.
I think some friends I know regretted moving on when they went out there and saw what was out there. Some people say, well, there's more fish in the sea. And you get out there and you realize it was a barracuda. It was a piranha. Oh, it bite. So sometimes you think that there is better, and there could be,
Right.
but you didn't find better. You found worse.
Right.
So then you have regret, or sometimes you weren't mature enough to handle it. I know straight up right now that if I didn't find the Lord, I wouldn't be married.
No, we wouldn't be married.
We wouldn't be married. I know that.
No, neither one of us would be.
Because I wasn't built for marriage at the time. And
God created marriage, so if you don't put God in it, it's
gonna be hard.
Very hard.
And I by God's grace, I've grown a lot in a lot of areas. So I know that some people look back and wish they would have stayed.
Right.
And then when they get a chance to go back, they go back.
Okay. External pressures.
This is parents, grandparents.
You know you
children.
loved that boy. That boy loved you. He treated you good.
Mm-hmm.
That woman was the best thing you ever had.
Or, mommy, why can't daddy come spend the night?
Right.
Because when daddy comes spend the night, daddy wants to sleep in mommy room. That's what be happening. No, it's what be happening. And so the pressure of going back for the kids, that's a big pressure.
Right.
And again, kids may not be privy to all that was going on.
Right.
Especially if it's bad. Kids just want their daddy or their mommy.
Right.
And don't understand the trauma and drama you've been through. And so you have to be mindful of some people go back for the external pressures of parents, children, and just family. And then some people go back because it's cheaper.
That reminded me of, remember the Tina Turner movie where her mom was like, you know, you need to stay with that man. That's a good man because he had money and he
Mm-hmm.
was taking care of her family.
Are you talking
But he
about
was
Ike Turner?
abusive. Yes, but he was abusive to her. But the family only saw the benefits for them.
Well, that's the sad part. A lot of people who are telling you to do certain things don't see your
They're not
perspective.
living with you.
They're not
in the
living with you, and
situation.
they're not living with the person that you try to be with.
Right.
So just be
Exactly.
mindful to be thoughtful of.
Right. All right. The next one is practical reasons. So, like you said, children would be practical
Children,
reasons.
finances.
Yes.
Finances
Huge.
is, listen, and where we are now,
The stress of having to worry about not being able to pay your bills
That's
is real.
I mean, because this wouldn't happen for us, but I know that the cost, the upkeep of our kids would make you want to stay.
Yeah.
'Cause
Their whole life would change.
Their whole life would change because them jokers expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the kids we have, but our kids cost.
All the kids are expensive.
Schooling and all
Yeah.
other stuff. But so my point is, some people go back for practical reasons.
Right.
Finances. I know in our area, a one bedroom is almost $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
And I'm not that may be a little or a lot for where you are, but my point is the way the market is. A lot of people are cohabitating with exes they don't necessarily like.
Right. Right. Just to live.
Just to live, and
Just
then
survive.
some end up going back, for a conjugal visit.
All right. Personal growth.
I
I
think
don't understand this one.
the gist of it is I've grown.
Believing that both parties
Have grown.
have matured and
And-
learned from their past mistakes.
I've seen a couple people with this
Uh-huh.
who figure that I'm not who I used to be.
Right.
You're not who you used to be. We've
They
loved
get
each
back
other.
together.
We liked how we flowed,
Mhm.
but there were some issues. And I think at this stage in our life, we have figured each other out.
Okay.
And again, I'm not against you getting back with your ex if you were married or whatever situation. My point is,
Right.
if both of you have matured
Mhm.
and grown,
Mhm.
and you want to put the relationship as a priority, secondarily to your relationship with Christ, and you guys lock in on that, I believe you can win.
Absolutely.
With the Bible says when two touch and agree, establish, God goes to work. So
I'm sorry.
if you wanted to get back with a person,
Right.
I would have a real conversation.
Right.
I'd have an expectation exercise. And I'd say, listen, this is what I expect from you.
Right.
What do you expect from me? Can we agree that we're going to work on these things?
And God has got to be a part of it.
And, that would be a strategy I think that could be beneficial.
Absolutely.
But again, I can't speak on that because, I've been in my marriage now for a long time. But I'm talking about those who may not have been and may want to get back.
Right.
Some things to think about.
Baby, come back.
Dun, 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 dun.
I was wrong, and I just can't live without you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that how it goes?
I don't know, but that's what I'm rocking. Anyway,
Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
We pray
Remember,
love,
laugh, and learn.
God bless y'all. Peace.